Welcome to the topic Energy. Energy is defined as the power required to carry out an activity. Sources and types of energy. Sources of energy are classified into two categories, namely renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Renewable sources of energy. Renewable sources of energy are those can be regenerated and used over a long period of time. These include the sun, wind, water, geothermal steam, biomass, wood, animals, and tides and waves. The sun. The type of energy from the sun is called solar energy. Solar energy can be converted into heat, chemical, and electrical energies. For example, solar panels are used to tap solar energy and convert it to electrical energy. This is used for lighting and heating. Solar energy is also used in electrical appliances such as calculators and mobile phones. Advantages of using solar energy. Solar energy has a number of advantages and disadvantages. The following are some of the advantages. It is inexhaustible and available in almost all parts of the world. It is cheap, absolutely free, and easy to tap. Requires relatively little capital to install, and maintenance cost is low. It is a clean source of energy and environmentally friendly. Solar energy can be stored in batteries. Disadvantages of using solar energy. There are, however, some shortcomings concerning the use of solar energy. The following are some of them. Solar panels have low energy output. This makes its use to be limited to lighting and household appliances. The battery. The wind. Energy from wind is called wind energy. Windmills are used to convert wind energy into mechanical energy that is used in various ways. These include pumping water, grinding cereals, and generating electricity. For centuries, wind energy has been exploited for propelling ocean-going vessels such as dhows and ships. Potential areas with wind energy are mainly those with open landscapes. These include the arid and semi-arid parts of northern Kenya and the coastal areas. Advantages of using wind energy. There are a number of advantages attributed to use of wind energy. The following are some of them. It is inexhaustible because the source, which is the wind, is always blowing. It is cheap because wind is all over the earth. It is a clean type of energy because it does not pollute the environment. It can be produced on small scale by individual consumers. On the wind farm, land can also be used for other purposes such as growing short crops. Disadvantages of using wind energy. A windmill produces relatively small amount of energy. Many windmills are needed to produce a substantial amount of energy. Since the wind may change direction anytime, wind energy may be unreliable. For example, sailors may have to delay sailing until winds are blowing in the right direction. Windmills occupy large tracts of open land. Their presence diminishes the aesthetic value of that particular land. Water. Energy obtained from water is referred to as water power or hydropower. The energy is produced when water is in motion. Water flowing at high speed has a lot of kinetic energy which can do work. For example, the force of water can be used to turn the grinding mills for cereals. The energy is also used to turn turbines which generate hydroelectricity. Advantages of water power. Water power has the following advantages. It is a clean type of energy that does not pollute the environment. It is inexhaustible so long as the source is properly managed. It can be generated in one place and distributed over long distances. It is relatively easy to use as one only requires to operate simple switches. It can be used for many purposes. It provides high energy output. It can be used in many parts of the world and especially if the regions have rivers. Disadvantages of using water power. Water power generation is subject to fluctuation in volume of water in the river. This leads to lower production of power. Construction of dams to generate electricity interferes with aquatic life. For example, migration of certain species of fish is hampered. The reservoirs created by construction of power dams cause resettlement of people, leading to disruption of their social lives. The high cost of construction, installation, and distribution hinders expansion of power production. Hydroelectricity cannot be used for future use. Geothermal steam. This is water vapor that issues naturally from the ground. It is as a result of underground superheated water being forced out onto the surface by high pressure underground. It is therefore common in volcanic areas, although it can also be found in non-volcanic areas. The steam is harnessed to generate geothermal electricity. This is done at Olkaria, near Naivasha in Kenya. It is also produced in New Zealand, Japan, Italy, and the USA. Advantages of geothermal electricity. It is a clean type of energy that is also environmental friendly. It is inexhaustible since steam is continuously produced from the ground. It helps reduce overdependence on fossil fuels as a source of energy. It also supplements hydroelectricity production, which fluctuates seasonally. Disadvantages of geothermal electricity. The gases emitted from the generating plant, for example, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, methane, and hydrogen sulfide, can cause health problems. Exploration and generation are expensive as they require high technology. Biomass. Biomass is plant and animal matter that can be converted into usable energy through biological or thermochemical processes. In the process, gas is given off and it can be burned to produce heat. Animal waste such as cow dung and human waste are used to produce gas. Solid biomass, especially vegetable matter, can be converted into liquid fuel such as ethanol, methanol, and liquid hydrocarbons. The gas that is produced is called biogas and is used for cooking, lighting, and powering generators. Advantages of using biogas. It is an inexhaustible type of energy since the biomass is continually being produced. It is a clean type of energy. It is cheap as it utilizes waste products, most of which are readily available in homes. It reduces environmental pollution by burning methane gas, which is a pollutant. Disadvantages of biogas. Its use is limited to the vicinity of the digesters since it cannot be transported over long distances. Energy output from the gas is low, and this limits its use to domestic areas only. When some of the gas produced leaks into the atmosphere, it causes environmental pollution. The biomass also gives a foul smell which spoils the air. Wood. Wood has from time immemorial been a source of energy in homes, locomotives, and industries. It is a source that occurs in form of firewood, charcoal, and sawdust. These materials are burned to produce heat used for cooking, heating, and lighting. Wood fuel is widely used to supply energy for domestic purposes, with only a small percentage being used in processing industries to heat boilers and furnaces. Advantages of using wood fuel. Wood is readily available in many parts of the world. It is cheap as wood is used in its raw form. It is easy to use as it only requires to be lit to produce heat. Disadvantages of using wood fuel. The high demand for wood fuel leads to indiscriminate cutting of trees and subsequent environmental problems. These include soil erosion, disruption of the ecosystem, and desertification. The gases and smoke emitted due to burning of wood, charcoal, and sawdust pollute the environment. Handling of wood and charcoal is a dirty affair on the persons involved. Disposal of charcoal dust and ashes makes the environment dirty. Wood fuel has low energy output, which limits its use. Animals. Animals are used in various parts of the world to perform various tasks. For example, oxen are used for plowing, grinding cereals, and pulling carts. Donkeys, camels, horses, llamas, elephants, and dogs are also used in various forms of transportation. Advantages of using animals. Animals are readily available all over the world. They incur low maintenance costs as they require mainly food and water. Animals are very flexible as they can be used for a variety of activities. They have adaptive characteristics, enabling them to survive extreme weather conditions. Disadvantages of using animals. Animals easily get tired, which reduces their ability to work. They are prone to attacks by pests and diseases that may lead to their death or lower their productivity. Animal energy is restricted to the performance of simple tasks and on small scale. Tides. Sea tides are a potential source of power which, when harnessed, can produce tidal power. A tide moves a huge amount of water twice each day. If this is harnessed, it could provide a great deal of energy. A tidal barrage, which is actually like that of the hydroelectric scheme, but much larger, is built across a river estuary. It has gates, which are tunnels through which tidal water flows. Waves. Sea waves are a powerful source of energy. It is, however, not easy to harness this energy and convert it into electricity in large amounts. This explains why wave power stations are rare. A wave power station is built near the shore and has a large chamber. As waves arrive, they cause the water in the chamber to rise and fall. As this goes on, air within the chamber is forced in and out of the hole in the top part of the chamber. As the air is forced in and out of the hole, it turns a turbine that is placed in the hole. The turbine then turns a generator to produce electricity. There is a wave power station called Limpet on the Scottish island of Islay. Many more ideas from various companies are coming up to develop alternative technology of harnessing waves. Advantages of wave power. Wave energy is cheap to produce since no fuel is required to generate it. A lot of energy can be produced from waves. It ensures a clean environment as there is no waste produced. Disadvantages of wave power. Energy production fluctuates according to presence of effective waves. Harvesting is limited to sites where waves are consistently strong. Very rough weather could cause interference with the equipment used. Its production is dictated by presence of waves such that during calm weather, no electricity is produced.